Hey guys, Koi Cakes here. I'm actually back a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. I went on a little bit of a buying rampage in the last couple of weeks, but figured I would go ahead and throw some books up and do another haul video before I get any more books. So I'm gonna start off with some raws I got, and the thing is, if you're going to sell comics on eBay, make sure that you send in, make sure that when you ship, that you ship properly. I got these books here. I got them for a really good deal, but the thing is, no backboards, not no cardboard when they mailed it to me. So these books that were supposed to be near mint all have, spine ticks and everything. It's a shame because I really wanted this book. I love the cover. It's it's the number one. I think it's the second print combo pack. So again, I mean, I got the book and I told them I need a refund for everything, but still, I mean, it's a shame when you buy a book and it comes damaged. Anyway, so I got those. I talked about this book several times before, the Amazing Spider-Man 646 variant. It came out the same time that the Dracula vacuum, the Vampire Spider-Man variant. They're both variants of the same issue, but I really like this one. It reminds me of Molina. It's by Paulo Rivera. I've talked about it in the podcast. My buddy Sean Leggett actually turned me on to it, but again, I just like the cover. I'm not sure it's going to be worth anything. Miss Marvel number 8, the Saiyum variant. I collect both Kamala Khan and Saiyum, and it was it's $4, so I figured I'd pick it up and just add to it. It's a nice cover though. Sam and Max Freelance Police. I'm a big fan of Sam and Max. They're just like some crazy books, and I got this online. It was a real cheap deal. It was maybe like $5. So yeah, don't really care how beat up it is or anything. It's just a fun read. So I'll probably read it sometime when I get a chance. I'm a big fan of Dave Stevens, and there was a lot on eBay that was again pretty cheap. But the thing is, this is that again, the guy that sent it to me, he put these big boards in there, supporting boards, but he didn't tape the books to the board. So when the book was dropped, or when the package was dropped, it ended up getting some pretty bad corner dings. You can't really see it on this one, but like this one, you can kind of see how it's kind of banged up. Same thing with this one as well. But anyway, these are PC books, so I don't mind. Just buying them for the cover art. I'm a big Granoff fan, so my buddy Jason Jones, I did a pretty good trade with him before. I sent him a bunch of older Hulk books for for Worlds 2 Granoff, and he just happened to find this X-Men Gold 2, and I didn't have it. And he just sent it to me and said thanks. So that was pretty cool. Thanks again, Jason. In my last couple of videos, I ended up with a Lecture 2, the Granoff variant. That copy was a little beat up, so I ended up winning a nicer copy off of a Raz. So again, pretty happy about this. Death of Hawkman. I'm a Bill Sienkiewicz fan, so end up getting one of these. Another one. It doesn't hurt to add to the collection. Again, cover price pretty cheap. Doctor Strange number 11 Hughes variant. I think this is like a 9.0. I haven't really looked at it real closely. One off with Phil Chung and another Raz, so pretty happy about that. Philip sent another, I guess, bonus book with it. So thanks, Philip. All right, Spectre 54. It's the Richard Corbin cover, first appearance of Mr. Terrific. This one I got from Half Price Books. I've found like 4 or 5 of these already. None of them are like super near mint plus or anything, but half price off the cover, can't go wrong. All right, and lastly for my raws, I ended up getting 2 copies of the Seven to Eternity Comic Book Bug Free Comic Book Day variant. I actually bought 2 of the Uncanny Avengers compendiums, but I like the cover. I mean, I've got a couple of different 7 turns. I think, hopefully I think it has legs, but otherwise I still really like this cover. I'm going to check them out and see if I can go get them graded or not. Last time, or not last time, but 2 hauls ago, I had shown you guys a couple of the variants that I got that were higher dollar ones. Well, I ended up getting them graded at on-site at Nickel City with my buddy TJV. So thanks again, TJ. The first one is the ASM 678 Venom variant. Came back in 9.6, which is why I kind of figured it would. I was hoping that they'd get, be a little lenient, maybe give me like a 9.8 or something like that, but they weren't giving out any gifts. So I think that's CGC in general. They're just grading really hard now, or at least very, very strict. Here's the other one that I got graded on site from the last couple hauls. Walking Dead #1, 9.6. Like I said, it's pretty accurate. I think, like I said, I was hoping for a 9.8 gift, but like I said, they don't seem to be giving out any gifts this year, or at least at Nickel City. And this is their first year at Nickel City, so I took a gamble. I was like, okay, that's fine. Some more on-site graded books. Immortal Iron Fist #17. I've had this one sitting around for a while. It came with a corner ding, and unfortunately it couldn't press out. But again, I'm pretty happy with this book. I mean, it's a nice cover. I love the cover. I just wish that Iron Fist the show was better, but I'll settle for 9.6. Here's one that I talked about a while ago. I didn't want to send it out by itself, so I waited to get it on-site graded. Planet Comics #56 came out 7.0. I got this off of a local auction, and I really wish I had more money during that auction. I was kind of broke at the time, so I was only able to get this one book, but they had a lot of other Planet Comics, and they were really nice shape. I mean, like all 7, 8s, 8.5s. They also had some other Golden HTC that were I just couldn't buy at the time, but I'm pretty happy with this one. This one came out pretty high, pretty decently graded, 7.0. So this one has a little bit of a convoluted story. When I bought it, there were 2 ticks on here, and I bought it as a 9.6. And when I saw those 2 ticks, I was like, okay, great. These look like they're pressable. I'll crack it, resub it, and get a 9.8. Well, it turns out that these 2 ticks here, I don't know if you can see them very well, but it turns out these are like a publishing defect, because if you touch them, they're like dead on hard. I mean, it's like a fold when they did the book. So unfortunately, cracked it. They couldn't press it out. Sent it back. Came back with 9.6 again. So ended up wasting about $60 trying to get back to the same grade. But it is what it is. Shazam 28. Mid-grade. I bought this book for $1. Got it pressed, sent it in. I'm happy with it. It's fine. I had mentioned before when this book first came out that that my buddy Mel Vaughn actually sent me a copy. Being Mel, he just sent me a copy because he knew I liked the cover. So I ended up grading it. It came out to a 9.8. So thanks again, Mel. It's the Deadpool and the Mercs for Money 8, the Mayhew variant. I like the cover. I like Mayhew as an artist overall. The last book I got graded on site was Marvel Superheroes Winter Special, first appearance of Squirrel Girl. It had a little ripple on the upper corner. Unfortunately, I couldn't press out, but came back a 9.6. So I guess I'm okay with it. Like I said, I turned in a lot of stuff and got one 9.8. So watch out, they're being kind of tough. Now to some books that I've gotten recently. Well, it just so turns out that because the first copy I got wasn't that great, I ended up buying a 9.8. Just really love the cover. I got it for a good price. It wasn't exactly like a steal or anything, but good price anyway. Plus, I got some e-bucks out of it, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm a big fan of Monstrous. Really like this cover, the Spawn Homage. It's the Monstrous number 10. Again, it's the variant Spawn Homage. All right, the next bunch of books I got is a set. The Batman 50, Superman 50. Those two are 9.6s. But the good thing is that the Wonder Woman 50 photo variant came back, was a 9.8. So I got this whole set as again, these 3 books as a set. Got it for a really good deal. Again, with Gal Gadot and the way the movie's going, hopefully this will jump up in price. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it. Hopefully she has another signing opportunity one of these days. And if she does, then I'll definitely want to jump on that. Speaking of Wonder Woman 50, I ended up buying another Wonder Woman 50 9.8 signed by Gal Gadot. Funny story about this was that Keith Shimikiburo had done a hot variant article, and he said that they had sold for 700. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll buy one for like 5 something, do a quick flip, and make 150 off of it. Well, it turns out he made a mistake, and it was only 600. So I'm about break even right now, but I think it's gonna go up sooner or later. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, hold it or sell it or whatever. Batman 608 second print, Jim Lee variant. Everybody knows this cover. It's a classic cover. I've been wanting one for a while now. Finally figured I'll just jump on it. It was a decent price. I had eBay bucks. The only thing is, this is the slab before they reverted back to the inner well, so I'm going to need to send some back. That's okay because I've got like 4 or 5 that I need to send back anyway, and hopefully I'll try to talk to them and see if they can cut me a deal on some of the shipping, because this one needs to be re-slabbed without the inner well. Okay, Electra number 1, the Sinkovich variant. I've got another one of these, but this was a really good deal I got on the auctions. I actually turned out it was from one of the CBSI guys, Steve Horn. So I got a really good deal on it. Pretty happy about it. This is one of my favorite Sinkovich covers. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Also, I got 2 of them now, so we'll see. And ended up buying this one too. Really, Chew number 1. I'm not sure why I bought this, but it seemed like a pretty good deal at the time. We'll see. I'm not really a big fan of Chew. I'm not a fan of Guillory's art, or the story is okay, but again, I don't know. And last but not least, I ended up getting a Batman Adventures number 12, 9.8. If anybody's looking at the prices right now, they're actually really good. This one I got off of an auction on eBay. I know there's some other ones that are listed relatively low right now. So I think with a lull in not hearing much about Harley Quinn, with Wonder Woman taking the spotlight, I think it's a great time to buy Batman Adventures 12. Obviously the higher grade you go, probably the more savings you'll have. Lower grades, they're still running around the same price, but like I said, I was really surprised I got this for what it did. It wasn't like the cheapest thing, but still pretty good. All right, thanks guys.